All right, let's start with a truth most men never admit. You see her across the room, or maybe she's just walking past you on the street and something in your chest tightens. That's fear. Not the heroic kind, not the adventurous kind. It's the primal, sinking fear of exposure, of judgment, of not being enough. Your mind floods with scenarios, each one more catastrophic than the last. What if she laughs at you? What if she brushes you off? What if she isn't even interested in talking? And in that moment, your body doesn't just hesitate, it betrays you. Your voice tightens, your jaw clenches, your posture shrinks, and suddenly a simple hello feels like diffusing a bomb. That's the reality most advice never addresses. The fear inside, not the words outside. Here's what most men misunderstand. Women don't care about your lines. They don't care about your jokes, your witty anecdotes, your carefully rehearsed charm. What they feel deep down is energy, presence, confidence, or the lack of it. If your energy is scattered, anxious, desperate, she will notice before a word leaves your lips. If your energy is grounded, calm, undeniably you, she will notice just as fast. And here's the subtle magic. This is not something you fake. You can't. It's built moment by moment inside your own nervous system. You can train it, but it requires brutal honesty about yourself. Most men go about it backward. They obsess over lines, tactics, routines, openers, as if words are the secret. Let me tell you a secret they'll never teach you. Words are secondary. They are just vessels. The real force of attraction is how she feels when she's around you. That feeling, safe, intrigued, excited, curious, is created long before the first sentence. It's created by your energy, your stance, your silence, your breathing, your focus. You are literally transmitting a signal that says either, I am chaotic and unsure, or I am calm, grounded, and worth noticing. So, let's fix the hardware first, the vessel from which your words come. Drop your shoulders, let them sink. Unclench your jaw. Take a slow breath, not into your chest, but deep into your belly. Feel your stomach expand as the air flows in. That's not just breathing. That's switching your nervous system from fight or flight into a state that can hold presence. When you walk up to a woman like this, something shifts. She doesn't need to analyze your words. She feels your groundedness and it pulls her in. It's like gravity, subtle, invisible, unstoppable. Now, let's address the freeze, the internal panic that stops conversation before it starts. You're in your head, you're running scripts, imagining her reactions, calculating every word. That's not thinking, that's distraction. And women, whether they consciously know it or not, are master detectors of distraction. They sense it instantly. They feel the disconnect. That panic, that seeking of approval, the mental performance. It's like a neon sign flashing, I'm not comfortable in my own skin. And when she senses that, no matter how perfect your words, the connection dies. Here's the paradox. Calm is magnetic. It's quiet, it's slow. And most men think they need to be loud, clever, funny, interesting. They believe that being overstimulating will make her like them. It doesn't. The loud, performing guy creates noise. He exhausts her. The quiet, grounded man creates space. Space for curiosity. Space for attraction. Space for her to feel intrigued without effort. Think about music. It's not just the notes that create the rhythm. It's the silence between them. Conversation is identical. Your pauses, your grounded presence, your ability to just be. That is the rhythm that she unconsciously craves. If you're shy or introverted, here's a piece of relief. You have a secret advantage. You are wired to notice, to listen, to absorb. You notice the small details, the micro expressions, the subtle shifts in energy. And that is gold. Women don't want to be entertained, they want to be understood. Your quiet attention, your patience, your calm observation creates a magnetic field without a single clever line. You don't have to compete. You don't have to perform. You have to show up as the man who is comfortable in his own skin, and that comfort is addictive. So here's your first exercise, the core of Keynote 1. Start with yourself. Before you even approach, drop the weight of your fear. Breathe deep into your belly, relax your jaw. Stand as though the world owes you nothing, and you offer nothing but your presence. Look at her, not as a goal, not as a prize, but as another human being sharing a moment with you. That mental shift is what separates the men who stumble, who fumble over words, who panic, from the men who are effortlessly magnetic, even before a single word leaves their lips. Your challenge today: walk into any room, any situation, and practice presence. Not with women yet, just presence. With the cashier, the barista, the person passing by. Drop the body tension, breathe into your belly, observe, notice. Presence is a muscle. It grows through practice. And when it grows strong enough, women will feel it instantly. They won't know why, but they'll lean in, they'll listen, they'll connect. And that, my friend, is where the game begins. Not in lines, not in tactics, but in your ability to be. Now that you've grounded yourself, that fear in your chest has loosened its grip, and your body speaks calm instead of chaos, it's time to step into the actual conversation. Most men think this is the hard part, but the truth is, the conversation is only hard when you are trapped in your own head. The moment you stop performing, stop overthinking, stop trying to impress, conversation flows naturally. And this is where the psychology of attraction really kicks in. You're not just trading words, you're creating emotional experiences, tiny moments that pull her closer without her even realizing it. The first critical principle is curiosity, not interrogation. Most men fall into the trap of questions that feel like interviews. Where are you from? What do you do? Do you have siblings? Stop. Every boring question like this shuts down energy. Instead, ask questions that pull out feelings, experiences, perspectives. If she says, "I just moved here from Boston," don't ask how long she's been here or if she likes it. Ask instead, "That's a big move. How's it felt starting fresh in a completely new city?" Now, you're not mining for facts, you're mining for emotion. You're giving her space to reveal herself, and that vulnerability is magnetic. Once she opens up, your next step is emotional expansion. Don't just listen, feel. Validate what she shares, then expand the emotion. She says, "It's exciting but scary." You say, "Yeah, that mix of freedom and uncertainty is intense, isn't it?" It's like standing on a cliff, the wind in your face. You want to jump, but your mind screams to stay safe. You've taken her internal experience and mirrored it, amplified it, and made her feel deeply understood. This is where most men fail. They hear her words, but they don't inhabit them. They respond with facts, jokes, or anecdotes. That's a mental handshake. Emotional expansion is a visceral handshake. It creates attachment, intrigue, tension, and comfort all at once. Now comes the most overlooked principle: leading the interaction. Conversations are not neutral. They naturally have highs and lows, tension and release. Someone has to guide the rhythm, and in dating, that's you. You lead with your energy, your curiosity, your decisions, and your subtle invitations. After a few minutes of vibing, don't ask permission endlessly. Guide her. Suggest moving to a quieter area if the room is loud, or propose grabbing a coffee if the energy has shifted and feels right. Leadership doesn't have to be aggressive. It's a quiet, confident nudge that tells her, I see the situation, I'm comfortable, follow me if you want. That small act creates a powerful sense of safety and intrigue. Silence is the other hidden weapon most men fear. You panic at quiet, feeling compelled to fill every pause with words. Stop. Silence isn't empty, it's alive. A pause, a look, a slow smile, even a subtle comment like, "You have really expressive eyes," transforms a moment into tension, anticipation, intimacy. Women are wired to notice presence and subtle cues. Your silence, when grounded and intentional, communicates calmness, confidence, and interest far better than any line. Next, let's talk about plowing, the art of depth over breadth. Men fear running out of things to say, so they jump from topic to topic like a nervous bee. This destroys emotional connection. Instead, go deeper. Stick with the current topic and explore it fully. If she mentions she loves dogs, don't immediately switch to pizza. Ask, what is it about dogs that speaks to you? Loyalty, companionship, the unpredictability? Every response she gives contains threads. Pick them, follow them, weave a conversation around them. The deeper you go, the more emotionally intense and memorable the interaction becomes. Now, a warning. Avoid the 3 traps that kill conversation instantly. Number 1, seeking approval. Agreeing with everything she says to make her like you is invisible desperation. Number 2, oversharing. Vulnerability is potent, but dumping your emotional baggage, your ex stories, or loneliness in the first conversation is poison. Number 3, rushing the connection. Attraction is a slow burn. If you push too fast, you break the rhythm. Let the tension build naturally. Let her curiosity do part of the work. Calm presence dissolves fear faster than clever words ever could. Finally, let's cover the everyday practice that transforms this theory into instinct. Talk to people everywhere, not just women. The cashier, the barista, the gym trainer, even strangers on the street. Speak with presence. Observe, listen, pause, validate. Each interaction is a training rep. The first time you approach a beautiful woman, it shouldn't feel monumental. It should feel like the 11th human you've interacted with that day. Confidence is built through repetition, not scripts. Presence is honed through experience, not rehearsal. Understand this. Conversation is not performance, it's resonance. The words are the surface. The energy is the current beneath. When you master curiosity, emotional expansion, leadership, silence, and depth, you create a conversation that feels alive, magnetic, irresistible. And once you internalize this, you don't chase connection. You allow it to emerge naturally. Women feel it, react to it, and remember it. That is your power. Your words become less important than your presence, and that is the essence of real attraction. Now we arrive at the final layer, the part most men ignore, the part that separates fleeting encounters from real magnetic presence. This is where psychology, subtle influence, and emotional intelligence converge. You've grounded yourself, you've mastered curiosity, emotional expansion, leadership, and silence. But attraction doesn't end there. Real mastery is in how you integrate your lifestyle, your habits, and your daily energy into every interaction. Because here's the hard truth. Women aren't just reacting to a single conversation. They are unconsciously measuring the consistency of your energy, your value, your internal world. First, let's talk about consistency. Women, and humans in general, are wired to detect patterns. If you show up confident, present, and calm in one moment, but anxious, scattered, and needy in the next, it creates dissonance. That dissonance kills attraction. Your goal is not perfection, it's coherence. Coherence between your words, your body, and your energy. When your internal state is steady, the woman you're talking to doesn't have to question who you are or what you want. That calm, consistent presence becomes magnetic. Think about a rock in a storm. The world rages around it, but it does not waver. That's the image you want to embody. Second, leverage the subtle art of tension and release. Most men don't understand this. They think attraction is about instant connection, constant agreement, constant pleasure. It isn't. The human brain craves contrast, unpredictability, subtle challenge. Tension doesn't mean conflict, it means intrigue. You can create it with pauses, slow smiles, teasing comments, or by disagreeing with a playful tone. No, that movie is terrible, and I'll defend it till my last breath. Delivered with humor and calmness, shows you have opinions, spine, and personality. The right kind of tension keeps her engaged, curious, and emotionally invested. Release comes naturally when she feels safe to lean into you, when your presence is solid, when your energy invites trust. The push and pull of tension and release is not manipulation. It's the rhythm of human connection. Next, let's address lifestyle alignment, the unseen amplifier of your presence. Women notice the details, even when you think they don't. How you carry yourself in your daily life, your habits, your hobbies, your energy. They all speak before words do. Are you disciplined? Do you have a purpose? Are you passionate? Even subtle markers, your grooming, your posture, your social habits, convey a message. Attraction isn't created in the conversation alone, it's amplified by the life you lead. Your conversation is the introduction, your lifestyle is the proof. Without both, connection falters. With both, attraction becomes natural, inevitable, and almost unconscious. Now, here's a critical psychological trap most men fall into: seeking validation. You think the goal is to make her like you, to secure approval. Stop. Your energy betrays that goal every time. Instead, shift focus. The goal is presence, curiosity, and resonance. You are not performing for her approval. You are sharing your world, inviting her in. That subtle shift transforms anxiety into calm, desperation into confidence, and nervous energy into magnetism. Women feel this shift instantly. It's not what you say, it's how you exist in the moment that draws her in. Finally, let's talk about mastery through iteration. You won't perfect this overnight. The men who excel are not born with talent, they practice relentlessly, consistently, consciously. Start small, casual interactions, low-stakes conversations, presence exercises. Gradually escalate to higher-stakes encounters. Notice your internal state. Notice her responses. Notice the rhythm of tension, release, and resonance. Adjust, refine, integrate. This is not about memorized lines. It's about rewiring your nervous system, your habits, and your mindset to naturally generate attraction. Over time, it becomes instinct. Confidence becomes second nature. Conversations flow. Women respond effortlessly. And the game, the struggle, the anxiety, it disappears. Remember the core principles from today: presence before words, curiosity over interrogation, emotional expansion over facts, leading the interaction, embracing silence, depth over breadth, consistency of energy, tension and release, lifestyle alignment, and detachment from validation. These are not tricks. They are psychological truths about how humans connect, how women feel attraction, and how your internal state dictates every outcome. Each principle compounds the others. Presence amplifies curiosity, curiosity feeds depth, depth creates tension, tension makes release irresistible, release reinforces your lifestyle, and lifestyle consistency locks in attraction. It's a system, not a one-time act. So here's your final challenge. Integrate. Ground yourself every day, practice curiosity, expand emotions, lead subtly, embrace silence, plow topics, build consistency, align your life, detach from validation. Every conversation is a micro-practice. Every interaction a training ground. Every pause a test of presence. With deliberate, persistent practice, you will move from being anxious and reactive to being calm, magnetic, and irresistible. Not by chance, not by luck, but by design. The transformation begins with your mind, your body, your energy, and the results will echo through every social interaction you have. Take this seriously. Show up. Practice relentlessly. Master the art of presence. Master the art of conversation. And watch the subtle psychology of attraction work naturally, invisibly, powerfully. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.